Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel, Cheradee series. So for today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to get out of credit card debts. I know a lot of you can relate to this because you're already adulting and you have encountered a lot of debts, especially credit card debts. So I'm going to share to you my own experience on how did I get out of credit card debt. First guys, just a little backstory about how did I get into credit card debt is last 2016 I got one from BPI, and then I really need it for my insurance, for my car insurance, and then they have this promo that if you get insurance from BPI and then you are also a BPI credit card holder, you can have at least 9 months to pay, so it is less bugat, gaan siya for in payment. So I got one, and then I didn't realize that I was already overspending. Whenever there are new things I wanted to buy, like clothes and dresses, I buy them. That's why it turned out that last 2018 I was really already in debt, super debt. And then I have no savings. I am even negative because I have monthly amortization for my car, and then also and other expenses like for my phone. So it turned out that I was already in debt, so I didn't know how to do it anymore. That's why I really sought help for it. So how did I get out of credit card debt? So last 2018 I really did count all the things that I have to pay. It summed up around 70,000 to 80,000. For the credit card, it's around 50,000, and then for my other debts, that's around 30,000. So a total of 80,000 pesos. So what I did is I joined this conference, Kirigma conference by Brother Bo and all the other the feast people. So I joined the conference, and there was one topic there in the feast that talks about how to get out of credit card debts, or how to get out of that. No, it's really an overall or general topic. And then I got tips from there, and that I'm also going to share to you because I really did do what they told us in the seminar. So that seminar really helped me, that conference really helped me in order to really get out of that last year, 2019. So first and foremost, guys, is you have to accept and list down all your debts. So list it down, everything from the smallest to the largest debt that you have. So my smallest debt was, I think, I owe something from my kuya, from my brother, around I think that was 6,000. And then of course my biggest debt is my car amortization. So I have a monthly amortization of around 12,000. So that's my biggest debt. So you have to just list it down, even to the smallest detail, even to the debts that you already forgot, even to the debts that even your debtors forgot already. So you have to list it down and pay it, because if God cannot trust you on small things, how can He trust you on big things? So you really have to list it down, pay it, and just be free, because paying debt is freedom. So you have to really do it. And then what else? The next step is, after you list it down, you have to sort them from highest to lowest. And you have to start with the lowest first, because that's the first debt that you really can finish or pay first, because it's lesser. So you list it down from highest to lowest, and then the lowest, you provide a promise date when are you going to pay it off. So this is according to the book that I read by Robert Kiyosaki, which is How Did They Get Out of Debt as well, because they had a debt of around billions or millions as well, as I read that book. and they just did that strategy, and then they were really able to get out of that as well. So I hope you can also do the same. So what they taught me in that book is that you list down from highest to lowest. Baliktad. From highest to lowest. So from the lowest value, you put a like a diamond style, no, a cross that is like, or an X, no. The first part will be the total debt. So let's just say, for example, in my part, my car, it's 586,000, but with the interest and all, it's 780,000. So, and then on the next side is your the number of months that you intend to pay the debt. So, for example, for me, 5 years or 60 months. And then on the next side is your monthly promise to pay that debt. Okay? And then after that, on the last side is the remaining number of months left in order to finish that debt. So that for every month you're going to update that that area, and then you will be able to like amaze yourself that you're almost getting out of that debt. So that's the thing I learned from Robert Kiyosaki's book about how to get out of debt. And then after that, according to that book, the smallest one is the first to finish, right? So of course you already allocated a certain amount for that area. So after you allocated a certain amount, you're going to use that certain amount to the next higher debt. And then what if that debt is finished, you get that amount, and then you pay off to the next debt. So like it's a snowball effect. That's what they call it, the snowball effect. So I did a part of that, but I realized that what I did on my personal activity, what I did is the amount that used to pay off that small debt, I put it in the savings, because my other debts are already monthly payments, like the amortization, the phone plan. So like there's no interest needed already, or there's no interest that I have to keep up with. So that's why I used it for the savings. So we will talk about savings later. So after that, the third lesson that I'm going to teach you is you really have to cut your credit cards. So I'll show you a glimpse of the video with what I did. That was 2018. I really did cut my credit cards already because it's increasing in interest, and I still do swipe it whenever I get a chance to pay a part, and then swipe it again, and then there the interest just goes and goes up. The interest will go up if you're not able to fully pay. No, that's the concern with all those credit card holders, because they thought that if they will just pay the minimum due amount, there's no interest, but actually there is. So you really have to pay off the debt within the next bill. There's a due date specifically for each card, so that you will not be able to pay off any interest. So during the last or the ends of 2018, I was not able to pay it anymore because it's really like the interest goes up to 5,000 pesos already. But I really did pay off those because it's a lesson learned for me. And then, so after you cut off your credit card, you have to call your banks. So I have two cards that time, BDO and BPI. So I really did call BPI and BDO so that they will not be able to charge me anymore with annual interest, or no, not annual interest, but annual charges for the membership, something, I forgot the term. So you really have to call your banks, okay? And then after that, after the cutting of the cards, because you will really be dependent on your cards, knowing that you have money there that you can actually spend, which is actually not yet your money, no, because it has not arrived in your hands yet. So basically you're spending money you don't have, and that's very, very illegal. So unless you know how to pay off your credit card debts, that's okay if you know how to manage. But if you don't know, then please stop using credit cards. So after that, that's the third step. You really have to cut off your credit cards so that you will not be tempted to use it again, to swipe again. Okay? The fourth step that I'm going to share to you is you have to really get a mentor. You really need help from those who are really good in handling their finances, because without them, you really will not be guided to getting out of debt. So what I did is, it's really an irony because my brother is a financial advisor and he's really good in handling his money, and his sister is really not good in handling money. That's why I really tapped my kuya's shoulder and then I asked him na, "Kuya, I really need your help. I really need help in managing my debts." So one time we went to McDo and then we just listed all our debts. And then that's why I was aware that I really had 80,000 in debt already. So I was not I did not know how much I was in debt until that time wherein we really listed everything. So after that, after I listed all the debts, that's the fifth lesson, which is to use your savings, your investments, or your 13th month to pay off your debt. And that's what I did. So 2018, I had my 13th month, and I really did not use it for anything else. Instead, pay off my credit card debts. And then my kuya said, it is your lesson to learn, wherein if you spend money that you don't have, then you're actually going to suffer in the long run. So my 13th month, I just saved up 5,000. That's just what I used for my birthday. And then the rest was to pay off debt. Of course, it was not yet fully paid, no? Because my 13th month is not 80,000. So I was able to pay off like a portion of it. And then at least like a big chunk from it is already paid off. Because your credit card debt keeps on increasing and increasing. So you have to pay off the debt that has interest. That's the first thing in mind that you have to pay off. Because that's the debt that is really going to speed up if not taken care of. So that's what I did. That's lesson 5. No? Lesson 6 is you have to increase your income stream. So your income stream, when I say income stream, in any ways that you can earn, and that is through sales. So selling, through getting another job. So that's what I really did last 2019. So like mga first half, January to March, or I think pag November, I got another job. So I'm not just going to say it, but I really did get another job, which gave me around 4,000 additional, 4,000 to 6,000 additional. That's already net. And then whatever I got from that job, I used to pay it off to my debts. And then after that, I got into sales. So I sold St. Peter. I still sell St. Peter now. St. Peter Life Plans. I sell Sun Life. I refer to my brother Sun Life clients, my friends, those I just post it on Facebook, and then I get referrals. So he gives me a referral fee for it, and then it pays off my debt from him. And then also, if it's already extra, I use it to pay off my credit card debt. And then of course, there's a portion in my salary that I really have to commit to pay off my debt. So last March 2019, I was really able to pay off my debt, my 80,000 debt. My God, thank you, Lord. So because of that discipline, I was really not going out that time. No cash, no travel, no laag, no eating outs, because I really have to save for my debts. And then just March 2019, I was able to achieve finishing off 80,000 debt because of discipline. And then, as what we said, saving is just basically you're not saving at all if you still have debts to pay. So you have to pay off your debt first. That's why I got, yes, just to add up from that previous statement, I really did get out my investments from mutual funds, my konting savings just to pay off my debt. And then I started all over just March after that. After I paid off March 2019. So I learned about this. I heard a lot of this already, wherein in order to save, you have to subtract it from your income right away. So as soon as you get your salary, subtract it right away from your savings. So income minus savings. So minus tithes first. Please don't forget to tithe. When we say tithe, you give back a portion of your salary to the Lord, because basically it's from the Lord. So why are you going to thrift yourself in giving back to the Lord, wherein He did not thrift you in giving your salary? So you have to give. You start with 500 pesos, and then eventually you lead to 1,000, 1,500, and so on. You'll just feel that your heart will eventually give freely to the Lord. So that's one. So income minus tithes, that's 10%. If you start with 500 until you're ready already to give it 10%, then that's very good. Then minus 20% of your savings. So let's just say, for example, you have a salary of 10,000 minus tithes of 10%, so that's 1,000, and then 2,000 for your savings, that's 20%, and the rest of the 70% you can spend it to any others. So for your debts, for your credit cards, for your allowances, okay? So the rest of the 70% is used for other matters. So that's one. So in order to save, you really have to tabi a portion right away. The 30%, the 10%, and the 20% automatically. So what I did in order to really do that, I opened a new account. So it's from BDO. So I just used GCash to transfer funds from my BPI salary account to my BDO account. And then I opened also a Union Bank in order to put my emergency savings. So when we say about emergency savings as well, guys, it means that's your monthly salary times 3 months, because it means you can survive in 3 months. So the ideal is of course 6 months to 1 year. So if you have saved already a year of your monthly salary, then you are saved for a year. You can really do the same spending for a year. So that's emergency funds. So I opened also a Union Bank for my emergency funds, and then I save a portion for our marriage fund, of course. So it's really a good thing that you have a partner that will understand your savings habit, your financial habits, and then eventually matakdan po, they will also be doing the same. So we have an account wherein we save together, and then we also do an Excel wherein we track all of our savings. If you really do want to travel, please do have a travel fund so that you will not spend your savings to travel, and you don't go in that just to travel, okay? So do save a part for travel, so at least 10% of the 70% expenses. So right now what I usually do is I have an Excel summary of the money that's coming in, the money that I'm going to save, and the money that's going out. So I track amount. So even though before on the first part I have like 1,000 left in my salary, 2,000 left in my salary, I make sure that the 1,000 to 2,000 will make me survive for the next 15 days. So what I do is I sell St. Peter, I refer to my kuya so that I get extra income from it, and then that amount will be used, a portion for savings and a portion for my daily allowance. So that's how you do it. You have to discipline yourself. You should not be amazed by how much your salary is in your bank account, knowing that you're still going to save it. So the most important thing is your net savings, not your gross amount in banks. So you have to really distribute it right away so that you will not, you already consider those in your savings your expenses. So those savings are already considered expenses. You're not going to use it anymore. So don't think of it as anything that you can still spend. So right now for 2020, I have a goal 2020. My goal, by the way, this last year, 2019, I keep track of all my assets, from the investments to savings to our mutual savings, and to all the funds that I did. I already come up with a certain amount, so I was really happy last 2019 knowing that I have negative assets in 2018, and then I have already thousands in 2019. Even posted it on Facebook about how did I get out of that and how did I save, and then a lot of people really did comment and then messaged me how did I do it. Hopefully I can make a vlog about this. That's why I am making this vlog now. So hopefully by the way, my goal 2020 is that it's a 6-digit bank account challenge. So my goal is to have 100,000, at least 100,000 in my bank account. So I have this ipon challenge wherein I just saw in Facebook, and then I made my own version, and then I shared it to many people, to my students, to my family, to my friends, and then hopefully they're also doing the 2020 challenge. So if ever I'll be able to accomplish that, I'm going to share to you as well for my next videos to come for this year. So my goal is that I'll be able to achieve that this 2020. So I did calculations, then I have to have a savings of around 4,160 pesos per month. No, per salary, per sweldo, just to be able to complete the 100,000 or 6-digit challenge for 2020. But I know that with discipline, we are able to accomplish that. So guys, always remember, the most important thing is progress, not perfection. Thank you for watching Cheradee series. I hope you like, share, and subscribe my video. And please look for my other videos as well if you have time, if you have free time. Thank you so much for your support. I love you all, guys. Thank you so much. God bless.